Damn goblins leaving stools. What is this shit? What am I doing? Why am I here?
We asked the same thing ourselves. Okay.
Who are you?
Hi, Oni.
Hi.
I'm a reporter. We're just here to interview you. As you may or may not know, Varys wrote a book.
You can
Maybe
write.
not in your time yet, but you are major characters, and historically speaking, we all know who you are. And we knew that you were going to travel to this time, and we set up this whole thing, the stadium outside where you arrived, and your fans want to know a little bit more. So if you could, please tell us a little bit about your background. Where are you from originally?
Mostly prison yards around the Seattle area. You probably don't know what that is. You know what Seattle is?
No, we don't know what a Seattle is.
Okay. It's a city on Earth. It's where I am from. And, yeah, mostly prison yards. Grew up smuggling a lot. I get by fixing machines, fixing engines. That's what I do.
Okay, great. How did you meet up with Varys and Crom and all them?
Oh, that was a long time ago now. It was, we were in a bar in Seattle, talking with, Vodath. And the first time we met was, Varys and myself and Bob. And, we were asked to go into this, the sewer line, where there was this ghost clown. And that was the first time we all met.
Oh, I know it's probably a touchy subject. Can you tell us about the murders that you guys committed in Seattle?
You mean the time that Varys shot a whole bunch of gang members, and then we all had to run away and get on a ship and flee for our lives so we didn't get arrested because Varys is a dumbass?
According to the information we had, that these weren't gang members that were killed. I could be wrong.
You probably are. You weren't there.
Okay then. So, tell us about the rescue of Jazzy.
Oh, the little dumbass goblin?
Indeed, yes.
He put an outhouse on wheels. Best thing ever.
Tell us about when you met Kame. Tell us your thoughts about her. She's, I mean, for our people, she's an absolute heroine. She's, well, for many, she's a goddess.
When was that? That was when we went to Chicago of 1911? I think was the first time we met her. And, she's a little naive. She's still very young. Not like young by my counts, but young for her people, young for who she is. And she's still learning very, very much. Her heart is in a good place. Her heart, she wants to do right things. And especially for probably Bob and I, who would get into more trouble than we already do, it is very good that she has been with us as long as she has.
We realize that. So we're kind of curious about the dynamic between yourself and Bob, of course, because you two are generally inseparable. But we want to know that the relationship the two of you have with Jazzy, knowing that you beat a goblin to death by beating him with another goblin. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Goblins, they act kind of like flails. You just grab any limb, is the best part. They're all about the same size. The way a goblin is shaped, if you've never met one, is their limbs are really long and spindly, and then they have big, fat, stupid heads, which is amazing because their heads are gigantic with nothing in them. Head this big, brain this big.
Tell us about the abandonment of Penny and how that affects you knowing that later on she'll come back and get her revenge.
Who?
The Penny, the gnome that you kidnapped from a possible future.
Who?
Okay, I see. I can see exactly where this is going then. Um,
Anyone else remember a penny? No? Okay.
Tell us about your plans, because we've read in the book. Tell us about your plans and your approach at how you're going to gather the money and the resources to build the airship that we all know, historically speaking, of you, that you will be one of the great airship captains.
Well, it's quite simple, really. Bob likes shooting people for money. And I carry Bob around to places because he's this big and he's very small legs. So I help him get places, he shoots people, we get money.
Okay.
It's solid plan.
It sounds solid. It really does. Can you tell us what it's like
Oh
being
shit.
friends with Crom?
I was about to say I forgot Crumb in the sewer. With the ghost thing. I feel bad I left Crom out. Sorry, Crom! Crom, great guy. I like Crom a lot. He not much to say about him, but he good guy. He makes these little fly things. They're neat. I have yet to take advantage of having one go off and find me more alcohol. Why haven't I done that yet? Booze retrieval system.
We're
Brilliant.
curious about the Chicago. Chicago, is that the city that you went to?
Chicago?
Chicago, yes, Chicago.
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 Yes, shitcock go.
Okay. When you went there and you were in the hotel, did you really bathe in bacon grease?
No, actually, when I was in Chicago was like the only time that I bathed not in bacon grease. Veris had just commissioned these mustard yellow zoot suit, and it looked really good. And I thought maybe Oni try cleaning himself up a bit and go from coveralls and work clothes to wearing nice expensive suit. I tried it once, and I did not realize exactly how big the stick you have to shove up your ass is that Veris keeps going all of this time in order to wear clothes like that constantly. Because you put on the suit and you suddenly feel like, oh God, what is going on here? And I don't know how he does it. It's kudos to you, Veris, for being able to keep zoot suit and stick all together at the same time.
I thought Crom wore the zoot suit.
No, shit, was it Cromwell who wore the zoot suit?
Mustard yellow zoot suit. I mean, he just arrived with you. I think you would remember that he's still wearing. That's fine. That's fine.
Arrived
No,
with us.
no.
This was like 5 time jumps ago.
We realize your age. We understand that you forget some things. It's okay. It's okay.
Getting up there, and yes, but it doesn't have to do with an engine block.
So tell us, because in chapter 4, we read about how Kame rescued Helga the Wrench, who we all know, rescued Helga the Wrench from slavery.
Oh yes, she bought a slave.
And that's all you have to say about Helga, your mentor?
Well, I mean, no, I have a lot to say about Helga. I thought you were talking about the time that Kame went off and bought herself a slave. No, Helga is amazing, and I love the time paradox there, where she trained me, and then I trained her, and then she comes back and trains me again because.
Time.
Yes.
Time. And can you describe your feelings at the moment that Vordath lost his eye?
I could not stop fucking laughing.
Please tell us the whole story. We want to hear it.
Okay, this is great. This is great. So we are out in the countryside, and there's this little hut, and there's this boy playing outside, just little tiny boy, and Kame yells over to them, and this little boy, he comes running over, and he drops his spear on the ground, and Kame, wanting to prove that she is noble warrior princess, picks up the spear and jabs it in his eye, establishing dominance and saying, "I am your boss."
That's not exactly how we heard the story.
And from that day, Vordath listened to her.
Of course. So, what are your plans for the future? Tell us more about your plans. What are you?
I mean, really, I find a lot of comfort in being in the shop and working on engines. I would like to continue to develop new and better airships. I would like to be able to design ones that will not have to land and refuel, can stay aloft indefinitely. Perhaps ones that have their own ability to travel through time or space in order to reach new destinations quickly. I need lots of help to do this, both Jazzy, despite being a excellent porta potty and mace, is invaluable with the knowledge that he contains in that little walnut brain to help design machines with magic technologies. He is truly a king among goblins. He's the shiniest turd on the shit pile. And I look forward to working with him and he and I accomplishing great things together. Or me getting drunk one night and throwing him over the side of the airship. I haven't decided which yet.
Yeah, we were curious about that because you have displayed throughout the book so far that we've read your total distaste, hate. Well, to be quite blatant, your racist mentality towards goblins.
Well, they have to be a people first before you can be racist.
Okay then. Thank you very much. I think we're gonna cut there.
They're like talking pugs. I mean, you have dogs, you keep them as pets, but these ones, they can talk. Where are you going? I'm trying to explain what a goblin is like. It's tiny dog, but it talks. And this tiny dog, it can talk and it can make cool little magic devices. And it makes him the best pet ever.